Okay, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. We will continue on to the next topic, which is reading an electric schematic diagram. So, the most important topic to be discussed, electric schematic diagram, type of electric diagram, design electric schematic diagram, and reading basic wiring diagram, construct and reading wiring diagram for dehumidifier, simple window air conditioner, point cooler. Okay, let's have a look. So electric schematic diagrams is sketch as shown the most important content of any electric circuits. Electric schematic diagram use an HVAC service technician to identify and troubleshoot equipment and to control the system. So as us engineer, we need to design it. So they use it, but we need to design also able to read it. And then electric schematic diagram show the symbol of device and interconnecting wiring of a unit in a circuit by a circuit arrangement. So the content of any HVAC electric diagram contain the following items. First one is source of electrons, means the power supply, and then device that electrically use loads. For example, we have motors, lamps, LED, and then path of the electronic to flows, means a wire, connecting wires. So basically these are the three items. Source of electric, this normally we use alternating current voltage supply. Device that use motor, heaters, and relay coil and any loads, wires and any type of conductors. So this is example schematic diagram of complete circuit. We have here line 1 and line 2, and then we have a control switch, which this is a control switch which it use thermostat, and this one is the loads compressor. So when the thermostat means use temperature, so when the temperature is high, then this line will be connected to this pole and make a complete flow, and this compressor will be running. Type of schematic diagrams, there are basically three types of electric schematic diagrams, such as schematic, pictorial, and installation diagram. So schematic diagram is used to find the cause of the problem, therefore it is easy to know why the component is not functions. This is an example of the complete schematic diagram, whether you can see or not. And then we have pictorial diagram. It's used to locate the position of the component at fault and to show the internal wiring of the unit. The real picture of all components in the control panel is provided. So here, before this, we cannot see the real component. It doesn't show. We have to know, able to read the wiring. But here it show the components. For example, here they put a dash. This is PCB. So, and then I'm not sure yeah. And then the other one is combination of schematic and pictorial diagram, which is shown separately, is called factual diagram. And then we have another one is installation diagram, which used to have the installation electrician to wire the unit properly. So this is installation diagram. However, the diagram gives specific information about terminal, wire size, color, coding, and breakers and fuse size. So it give detail. Okay. So you know where to connect. Design electric schematic diagram. The design schematic diagram resemble the ladder, which is made from the two lines draw downwards. So we have a downwards of L1 and L2 representing incoming current. So we need to draw it. We need to draw these two lines first, line 1 and line 2, incoming line. So this is 240 volts coming from the sources. All electric loads are placed in L1 and L2 along the switches, such as compressor, as a loads and thermostat as a switch to control the loads. The path of the connecting wire N1 and 2 normally connected to the terminal. So this is the compressor, you have it, and then directly contact the switch. It is normal to view schematic diagram from any electric circuit in series, parallel, or series and parallel style. So it can be either or, series, parallel, or series and parallel. The switches and safety control are always associated with any loads in series to prevent the load from any danger. So basically, when you need to control something, when you put a safety switch or control switch, you need to put it as in line, in series in series. So when the line, I don't know if you have video here. Okay, this is in line. This is safety switch, high pressure switch, low pressure switch. This is so what is control cools compressor internal thermostat. So here it directly control this one, C, contactor. So when high pressure switch when pressure too high, this one will open. When low pressure switch, this one will be low. When the temperature is above, then this one will be open. So when either one of this sensor is open, so this contactor will not energize, because when this is energized, mean it will send a signal towards this one, and this is energized. This one is normally open, will become closed. This one C, close, this one also C, close. So when this energized, this one will be closed, this one also will be closed. And this two close means that it complete the line above and compressor will running. So safety switch is put in series, cannot put in parallel. When you put in parallel, for example, you put this one over here, low pressure switch. When low pressure switch is function, mean this pressure is too low inside the compressor, this contactor is in function, so cannot so you need to put it in series. Basic reading a wiring diagram. Basic wiring diagram means interprets and understanding the complete connection of any electric circuits. A person should be able to read and interpret schematic diagram in order to understand how piece equipment operates and what units should be doing, and in specific mode conditions, being able to install connection, able to troubleshoot and repairs. Starting reading any schematic diagram, first is know how to represent symbol for each load control, size and safety. So you need to know all the symbol actually. The symbol are used by most equipment are familiar. Why I strengthen that you need to know and remember all the symbols? Because there was a time that I meet in the strip paper. Sometimes they are just giving you a drawing and they need you to give feedback of it. So this one come from the contractor normally, from the one that install a chiller inside a building, for example. So they need you to able to read the schematic diagram, the plan that they have. The symbol are used by most equipment are semi-familiar. There are 5 classified groups, in each contain different symbol. Being classified before this A, B, C, D, E. Switches are represented in straight line. In controlling element, load are represented in circle or zigzag line. Safety element are curved line, while contactor relay transformer has its own symbol, represent combination of the symbol. Okay, these are the symbol that I would say before. There are actually 5 categories: symbol of switches, symbol of load, symbol of safety control, symbol of contactor release, and symbol of transformer. So you need to remember all of it. The most schematic diagrams contain legend, cross-reference the component they are designed later to the name of the components. For example, here they have put legend on the side, so you should be able, but most so sometimes they didn't put it. Okay, here we have IFR, indoor fan relay, and then control relay CR, high pressure switch HPS, low pressure switch LPS, control relay CR, crankcase heater CH, this one CIT compressor internal thermostat, we have cool thermostat, COMP compressor, C contactors. Construction and reading of wiring diagram. This is sample of wiring diagram for humidifier. Humidifier is a component that take humidity out of the air in specific area. This is humidifier. Most humidifier are used to decrease moisture problem in the basement, computer rooms, other room where the moisture is excessive. So you don't need that too much of waters in the air. So you need to take it out. So this is sample of humidifier. This is the schematic diagram of it. So by having it, you should be able to read. This is actually the sensor, humidistat sensor. When the humidity is too high, the sensor will move up and close, make this one function. See, I don't see any C over here, so this is function. This is C compressor, so I mean the name is C compressor. This compressor will be function and fan motor will be function at the same time because it's connected in parallel. Principle of working of humidifier. It consists of the device inside the device. Okay, this is already elaborate before this. I haven't have it. So then we have a simple window air conditioner. Okay, example of simple window air conditioner. Principle of working. The control switch has three positions. This is control switch. Yes, off, fan only, and cold. Fan only and cold, and operates the fan and compressor. So we have this is off position. This is fan only, fan motor only. Number 2, and we have number 1. I put over here. It could operate the compressor and the fan at the same time. Okay? Why? It could operate too because it have this one, this arc. Okay? When the control switch is in off position, you connect the terminal number 4 and number 1. Number 4, number 1. Connect the common terminal from common terminal 4 to terminal 1, which may no electrical connection. I don't see connect number 4, so over here we connect to only to number 1. Walk-in cooler. Yeah, the example of walk-in cooler. So the defrost timer consists of timer motor that rotates and set the conductor that's open for certain period of time at selected interval. Defrosting is defrosting. Why? We need to accomplish by shutting down the compressor and condenser fan motor and operating the evaporative fan motor. So here, as you can see, this is we have a defrost timer, and we have evaporative fan motor, we have compressor, we have low pressure switch, we have high pressure switch, condenser fan motor, and defrost. So as you could see, this one, this is we have a defrost timer. So defrost timer actually it sends whatever it needs to this DT. So when the time is arrived, then the DT will be open. When we open, that means compressor will not running, condenser fan motor will not running, only evaporator fan motor. Why you need to defrost timer? Because you need to defrost whatever the icing in the evaporator, so they will not you will reduce the ice that generate in the evaporators. So perhaps 10 minutes, after 10 minutes, then this DT will become close back, close, and then whatever when the low pressure is achieved, low pressure is achieved, high pressure is achieved, then this compressor will be running and compressor fan motor will be running. Alright, thank you. Assalamualaikum and salam cuaca.